How's it going, guys? Another day, another project, and today is a fun, exciting day, something I'm excited to do some kind of vlogging on. I am currently in the train of guys, and we are on the way to my first shoot site. I am going to be training to be a pyrotechnic, so we'll be shooting off fireworks shows for the next few days. Today is July 2nd. We're doing setup today for the show tomorrow. Then we'll be doing more setup all day tomorrow, and then I got two other shows we're doing. Not sure the legality of the locations and all that kind of stuff, so I won't be giving out too much information, but yeah, hopefully I will have some pictures I'll thread into this video to show like the setup of the tubes and some of the big fireworks and everything. And I know my son was really curious, so at the very least this will be fun to be able to show him. So awesome, another day, just doing iron range growers. Up here at the shoot site, check this out. It's pretty cool. Got quite the view. And it's a pretty big show. We got a ton of stuff to unload. We just got all that unloaded and working on getting set up. So you know I like to be honest in my videos, so this is some honesty for you. I'll tell you what, I am far too fat and out of shape for half the shit I'm doing today. I'm sure I'll have some video or some pictures and video in this, but this is a pretty big show, and it's my first one, and a lot of racks. And I'll tell you what, we just got done shoveling about half a yard of sand into a big sandbox for the big 8-inch shells, and I'll tell you what, man, am I out of shape. But it's gonna be pretty rewarding tomorrow watching those big ones go up in the sky, so I'm looking forward to it. But definitely need to cut some of this weight and get to a better working function. I used to be able to work all day like this, and I can tell you what, I can feel it. But like I said, I'm still excited. Not all every show is going to have a bunch of 8 and 10-inch shells in it. A lot of them are going to be smaller shows, so you know, and throwing around the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-inch racks aren't too bad. So still looking forward to it, still excited. But I'll tell you what, it's warm enough today. I'm definitely feeling it. Setup day. Pretty cool so far. Alright, so we're out here and I'm wiring fireworks, and I want to show you what I'm doing. So these are all 5-inch shells, and those are all 5-inch shells. And right here, that thing is where we put this quick match into, and the wire goes over to this module right here. And this fun paperwork right here tells us where everything's got to go. So I'll get all these done and I'll do a little update. Alright, here's one other little chunk. So this is the EMAC edge, and this is where that goes in. So, and then this just slides right in there, and then we wire it up. Alright, and just like that, well, this one's going in another rack. And just like that, these are all wired up. We'll get these wires pulled across so there's nothing sitting over the tubes. And then they all go back to the module, and they're all plugged in right there. And this again is what the shells look like. They're big 5-inch shells. Pretty cool stuff. It's hot out here though. Whew. Now we're getting to the real fun stuff. Look at the size of that thing. That's an 8. pretty exciting. Alrighty, boys and girls, getting later in the day, but I figure we'll give it a little walk through here. So we got the right facing shells, all the angles. These are all mostly chains. Got them going 2.5s, 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s all the way through. As we get over here, we got all the straight up and downs. Then the left facing angles over there. And we got 6-inch, 5-inch shells. And earlier in the video, you saw the ones that I wired. That would have been these ones and those ones. And then as we go across here, got a bunch of 5-inch chains. And I have the finale stuff down over there. There's a couple of cakes and everything. And then here's all the big stuff. We got the 8-inch angles, 10-inch straight up and downs, and 8-up straight up and downs back there. So it's all coming together. It's looking pretty cool. Alrighty, it's been a long day. I'm surprised I don't look nearly as red as I thought I should, because I feel in the sun for sure. But our audience is right down there. I found out it's not a big deal. So we're shooting the Evelith show. All right, you can see the street dance down there. I think that's kind of cool. And we are all the way up here on the hill. We got a beautiful view. And here's the final rundown of the show. Say hi to Ben. Hi, Ben.
Hey.
So we got 6s, 5s, 4s, 3s, and 2.5s. I just learned how to do our continuity tests on our boxes and all the different modules. And we're going through and getting everything tested and to where it needs to be. And making sure that we have continuity on all our wires running to all our shells. And right before the show, Brian, the one running this show, will run around and arm every individual box. During continuity tests, it still couldn't fire. And once that's all done, we'll all be standing way down there, and he'll hit the button, and the show's all scripted, so it'll all just start launching after that. But pretty cool. It's been a fun day. Lots of good information today. You better get out of here, Dragonfly. You're about to have a bad day. These are all 8s. These are the 8 10-inch shells. And then here's all the angled 8s. It's pretty cool. Getting excited. All right, we got just a couple minutes here, and we're about to freaking shoot these off. So we're sitting here, we got everybody lined up at the box ready to go. So I'm going to try to get some of the finale. There's the Big 10. I'm going to enjoy some of the show. It's a little different when you loaded them. Don't get much better view than this.
No.
Yeah. There's a big one. Since there's no scale, you guys should know this is like I'm pointing straight up at these. They're huge ones. Boom.
Is that catching?
There's some big ones. I gotta turn around to get that one. It's actually above us. That was sick. Way above us. Hey, this from the ground. Crazy. Look at them coming out of the freaking racks. There's some more big ones, just straight up. That's sick. Straight up. Way over my head. Way over my head. Oh, that's a 10.
That thing wouldn't stop going off. Like, when are you gonna blow?
Ooh.
Oh, that one goes way out.
Literally looking behind me right now. Oh, there we go. How's it going?
Just kidding. That was great.
That was fun.
New down there from the.
Now here's some of the reality, the fun. We got a fire on the hill over here. Looks like we got a box or something on fire. Fire crew's right on response. Tell you what, I stepped on one of these embers. I think it burned my shoe. It was sick. That was intense being up here. It was awesome. All right, boys and girls, the part that no one ever really sees, I'm sure, other than the pyros. The cleanup. We had what? A few shells didn't pop. We're tearing apart racks. Got all these tipped up. We had to run through and pull wires on all these. Had to check to make sure that none of the ones were still live. And now it's just hurry up and get everything in the trailer. Clean up.